morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, letting gravity be my friend here. I've fastened those two struts to the bottom of the rudders probably half an hour ago. And I just used CA thin. Might have to repaint, but I don't think so. Now, I've got a problem, and that is, do I paint this upper deck the same color as the rest of the deck? I think it was the 66, but I can't remember. Might have been the 77. It wouldn't matter. I'd be painting it the same whatever it was. Or do I leave it and allow light to pass through and illuminate a lot of the stuff that we actually do see from the side? And I'm sort of torn between it. You know, I know that the submarine will look more like a submarine if the deck is painted. You know, the planking, which is embossed in the top there, if they call it planking on a submarine, maybe they might call it something else, is going to be a lot more visible. At least I think it will. It might be worse, I don't know. And yes, if I paint the upper deck, it will hide the little wires that are going to go from that LED, which is going to be mounted, I think it's right there that I have to drill the hole, and then run the wires in a straight line back. They'll be less visible, but I don't think we're going to notice them anyway unless we look for them. As long as I make sure that I run them at the exact same parallel as the way the planking is. If it goes at a bit of an angle one way or the other, then yeah, then it's going to show up. But I'm not going to be that stupid, I hope. Okay, now what are we going to do here for step 62? Okay, for step 62, basically we got to put on our aft diving planes, and they should go on fairly easy. I'm going to probably use the extra thin again. I won't be using the weld bond. And also I want to paint the propellers. Now what was it, the number 9 that we concluded? I've lost it. Well, don't worry, we'll find it. Yeah, and I'm probably going to just brush it on because I don't think that metallic paint will spray too well. Maybe someday I'll do an experiment to see how well metallic paint sprays, but I don't want to have to risk, you know, going to a lot of work to clean out my airbrush because little chunks have solidified on the inside. Right now the airbrush is working great and I want to keep it that way. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Okay. Yeah, well, let's recompose here. I will try to remember to insert Missy the dog in the episode today instead of having to run an extra. Now what happened was oh, now I can't see my knife. Oh, darn. I did that for your benefit. I really don't care that much. Okay, so anyway, where is this thing here now? Oh yeah, there it is. What do they call that? Setting the stage? Anyway, what happened was yesterday I was watching my video and I'd actually gone all the way through it, but I did fall asleep during it when I was sort of proofing it. And I thought, okay, I guess I must have missed the part about, you know, where I inserted the camera into the hull. I thought, I wonder how that turned out. And so I scrubbed through the entire video. I forgot to put that whole segment in. Well, we're not going to do that today. We are ready, and I will try and remember. Usually silly things like that you only do one time. Well, I hope only one time. I think we're probably safe now to take this off of here because it's just sort of, you might say, precarious. I use the word precarious a lot. And if we were to paint the deck, the best time to paint it would have been before I put any of that stuff on the bottom. But I didn't. It still could be done, but when I first thing this morning, I got a couple of comments, and I replied back saying that the something about I still haven't made up my mind on that. But you know what? I don't think I'm going to paint it. I think I'm going to leave it clear. I know I've been talking about that a lot, and I know I'll be the first to admit it will look more like a submarine if the deck is painted. But it's not a submarine. It's a see-through model. At least that's the way I think of it. Otherwise, why don't I just spray the whole thing? Okay, let's recompose here. I think we can probably. It's probably safe to get this thing turned over and. All right, and get everything readjusted. I have to remember to move very slowly and very carefully here. And I don't know if it makes any difference which one of these diving planes we put on. They look to me like they're symmetrical. Oh yeah, I remember now. They are keyed, so it would be impossible to put the wrong one on the wrong side unless you had it completely backwards. And anybody who's got any sense at all would know that that's not how it goes. Okay, let's get ourselves reset up and put these in, and we should be able to flip the page here before we're done, unless we have a lot of problem with the propellers. I think what I'm going to do is wipe the propellers with isopropyl so that they will paint a little better. But let's get at her here. Okay, a while ago I was looking at our diving planes here, and clearly this is the leading edge and this is the trailing edge. And I was trying to think of which way would it matter if they were flipped over, as long as you had this as the trailing edge. And what I actually went and I looked through the hole here to see which way what I thought was the key. Well, it turns out that this hole is perfectly round. There's no keying at all in it. And then I realized that what is supposed to happen is that this is supposed to go together like two halves, okay, and form one completely round shaft. And the idea is that you don't push these in too far. They would probably meet right there. So let's see if we can sort of get this in here. Well, I don't think it, like I said, I don't think it matters which one we put in. Okay, this one will go something like this. Now, is it because I've painted this it's not going to want to go all the way in, or does it... Okay, yeah, you can see what's supposed to happen there. Okay, this one is in, but I'm going to have to work on this one a little bit. It's just a little bit tight there. There it goes. There we go. We got it. We got it. Okay, now what we have to do is match the end up here. You know what? I forgot to zoom in. I apologize. There we go. Okay. I'm not going to reshoot this. It is what it is. Okay, maybe in order to be able to see this better, okay, this one is in the right place. And so is this one. Now, if I was to put a little bit of extra thin on here and here, and just let it wick its way just a little bit in there, I think we'd have it. We can still get our propellers on. The shafts don't have to be, you know, they are movable. So, see, how about this one? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I got my hand in the way there. Okay, yeah. Well, we're getting there. I do believe we're going to get through step 62 today. Okay, now I just want to get these diving planes so that they are, I guess you would call, neutral. And we're going to put a little bit of glue right here on each side. Now we should be able to see the glue wick its way along the shaft. And I might have to repaint here. Okay, I don't think I need to put on any more. Yeah, you can sort of see it going there, at least I can. I wonder, can I reach the other side now here? Yeah. Okay. Now, when that dries, it's going to be pretty secure. Okay, let's turn the hull over now, get it right side up, and do the outer connections. Okay, when we move in, we are going to be looking right here. Okay, we'll let that do its melding thing. Most of that glue that you see there is going to evaporate. And when I do the other side, I might use the quick setting. This was the extra thin, but not the quick setting. And when we swing around, I'll show you why I want to use the quick setting. Now on this side, we don't have quite the snug fit, you might say. In other words, this support arm is sort of out a little bit. It doesn't press in. So my plan is to take my weight here and just put it up against it. Now originally I had said I thought I'd use the quick setting and just hold it with my finger. But I think we can probably use the weight here to hold it nice and tight, or reasonably tight, and in that way I can just use the quick setting, which in my opinion has better melding properties than the did I say, okay, this is the extra thin, not the quick setting, and I think it has better melding properties. I can't work and talk at the same time. Okay, now that should be a good connection once that's all dried. So we're just going to leave that, and I'm going to do some editing. Missy the dog should be by pretty soon too. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Max.
Good morning, Ron.
Hey, where you going?
Snooping.
She's snooping, huh?
Around.
Okay. A little milder.
A little bit. Oh. So the E-gym this morning and x-rays at 1 and surgeon at 1:30, you at 3:30, meeting at 7.
You have a busy day.
I watched the last episode of The Agency. Yeah, I've been scrambling around here this morning, trying to get on schedule. I woke Missy up 15 minutes early. She came out looking pretty groggy, telling me I should get my watch checked.
It's too soon.
It's too soon.
Was it too soon, Missy? Huh?
Jump, jump, jump.
Well, I'll have to remember to insert today's Missy the dog episode into the model ship. There we go. We're getting there. We're getting there. 3 left. There's only 3 left. Yeah.
If she thinks you're slow, she turns her head and tries to lick your chin, eh?
Yeah, that's right. Like to speed me up. There we go. You got the last one. They're all
She knows
done.
it's the last one too, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Checking to see if you dropped any. Thanks, Uncle Ron.
Yeah, she didn't know if she needed to have a little scratch or not. Oh, there we go.
Maybe a little. I could tell my assistant and a physician. Well, Missy, home, mommy,
Okay. Well,
Your
we'll see you later.
couch. Thanks, Ron. Oh, it's a snowy world.
Bye, Missy.
Thanks, Uncle Ron.
Yeah, the snow is pretty, but I associate it with, well, look at my car. Okay, I am guessing that probably a couple of hours has passed here now, maybe more, since we glued this up. And I was using the muddle mug to hold against myself here so that when I pushed here, it didn't go the other way. Okay, wet my whistle. I think I better get this into a safe place. Get our clamp off the end. The clamp was just to hold it so that it didn't fall over. All right. Yeah, let's put that in a safe place. We're not going to need it for a few minutes. Maybe not until tomorrow. Okay, got ourselves a little bit of dish detergent here. Don't think we need very much. Just enough to soften the water. And this is just hot tap water. That should be good. Alrighty. I was just kind of curious as to, did the cavitation on the surface of these blades on this plastic cause any unusual pitting? And the answer to that is no. I'm not seeing any sign of any deterioration whatsoever. I would assume that we've gotten rid of 100% of any grease that's on there. I did rinse these off with plain water afterwards. Remember, there's a little bit of hot water still in that beaker. Well, I just threw the blades in that and rinsed them off, and they're all dry now. I think we're ready to go here. I'm just going to try and be very careful to not pick them up with my fingers and have to do it all over again. Now, this might not make any difference whatsoever. It's probably all up here. Anyway, let's get our paint mixed up and try and carefully get these on some sort of little sticks. Yeah. Okay, you can see that is almost full, but all the pigment is down at the bottom. Okay, I think what I'm going to have to do is maybe give this a little shake. Alright, I'm going to be wanting to hold this right about here, and hopefully everybody's going to be able to see it. Let's get ourselves zoomed in a bit here. That'll help. Now, this is the Mr. Hobby paint. Are we going to have a problem with bubbling? Let's do the hub part first. Oh my, this isn't on there very tight. Let's try and wedge this extra stick down a little bit. Ooh, this is not going to work. I'm going to have to change things. I'm going to just have to push stop here. Probably about 5 minutes has passed while I messed around with my wedge. I think that's probably a little better now. This is actually going on better than I thought it would. Well, maybe not. It is bubbling, isn't it? Well, at arm's length, it's going to look good. Don't know what to do about those bubbles. Maybe I'm putting it on too thick. Hey, it's loosening up again. This is not working. Okay, I'm gonna have to press stop here. Okay, I think I've got it this time. I had to clean my paintbrush. I did shake this stuff. That's way too much. I am not going to buy Mr. Hobby Paint again. I would not have this problem with the Tamiya XF paints, but then on the other hand, the XF doesn't have a gold color either, or a believable brass. Okay. Now, I wonder, maybe I should have tried to spray. Or maybe I should be trying to do 2 coats. Okay, I'm going to do the other one off camera. Okay, as I've often said, it is what it is. And that completes step 62. I can't see anything else we're supposed to stick on or paint. Okay, 63. Doesn't have very much, but it involves our little light. So we've got to deal with our little LED light tomorrow. The C23, we already put that on. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're gonna see you tomorrow.